Hey, what's up? Another episode of Average Joe's Garage. Joe here. Got that international motor to the machine shop here this past weekend. Waiting to hear some things on that. Might have to take some of the other parts down for the motor. But in the meantime, I got something else here to work on. It's a 91 Chevy 1500. It's my dad's. Used to be my brother's. Then he got a new truck. Now it's my dad's. They should say wood truck or farm truck or whatever. Just basically an extra truck to do work with and beat up. Because it's already beat up. But I actually did work to this. Pretty much any work that's been done to this thing since it's been in my family, I've done. So, but I did some things to it there a couple months before I started this YouTube channel. And it's back again because he lent it out to someone, and then aside from cracked taillight lenses and some things, after it came back, the four-wheel drive wouldn't work. Could possibly be electrical, because he remembered the person that borrowed it said their wires were hanging down or something, and they put it back up in there, which I don't know. I did look over it here, and I mean, everything looks plugged in. I don't see nothing all chewed up or mangled. But anyway, it's a 91 Chevy 1500. It's just the stripped down version. It's basically the four-wheel drive version of my OBS Chevy, my 88 to 94 were basically kind of the same, all the same as far as the workings and things. This one has the mighty 4.3 in it. It's kind of a dog though, but it still puts along. You know, so he wants me to look at that, the four-wheel drive. He wants me to mess with this door, try to get that dent out. He thinks that's why it don't latch good, but I'm thinking it has more to do with the pins, maybe the striker, which I think I have that stuff here to take care of it. A few other odds and ends. As you can tell, it's just a beat up truck, beat up old work truck, work trim. There's some of the previous work I did. No, that's not the correct way, but for what it is, it's better than what it was. So that was just some quick body work, but you know, I mean, it's got the you know, weight reduction air on the rocker panels and whatnot. So anyway, I won't lie, I did kind of look it over here for the whole four-wheel drive thing before I started filming here, and I think I might have found the issue, as long as that's all it is. So it's got, I guess, an electronic switch on my bob, or whatever you want to call it. Turn off this buzzer, where, you know, your indicators on your four-wheel drive light up and everything. I've tried it when it was down there at his place, and I guess it technically kind of goes in the transfer case, but it ain't transferring to the front wheels, so I don't understand totally how that system works. But so I got to looking here after I did some research. I gotta get my light. I did a little bit of research on my lunch break or whatever it was there today, and I learned there's a four-wheel drive fuse. So let's take that out and see what it looks like. It's right there and upside down, of course. Now let's see what that looks like. Look at that. That fuse is blown. Now hopefully it don't re-pop. Because if it does, then I got to look into things deeper. So let me see if I got a 25 amp fuse here. So I'll be back. Well, found a fuse. I don't know if it's something that's constantly hot. See if it pops when I put it back in there. Hopefully it don't pop when I go to try it. Let's see, 25, make sure it's like right side up. Okay, so it's in there. Sorry, it's in there where it's supposed to be. Now, let's see what happens when we fire up here and put her in. That lights up. Oh, he said it didn't. That lights up with the maybe I ought to drive it. Should have done. I was going to do this during the day, but this week just hasn't gone as planned so far. So hopefully you can see what's going on. Yeah, I'll put this thing into, sorry, interior light. I don't think it works. Nah, it don't work. It's got this shop light here. Do we got four-wheel drive yet? I can't tell. Still don't feel like it does. That's the wrong way. Tree there, almost didn't see it. Bunch of glare going on too, so it's kind of hard to tell what the hell's going on here. Need to get this driveway situation figured out. I still don't think it's in. Had to recheck that fuse, I guess. I had to check out something else. Well, I'll see what I discover. Hold on. Take that back out. Those lights off. Alright, I'll be back. Figure something out. Well, guess what? Yep. Gonna have to dig deeper. There must be a short or something messed up here, so I'm gonna dig around, see what I can find. All right, so I'm under the truck here. I got to looking around up at the front differential, and there's an actuator up here, works off power. And as you can see right there, wires are exposed, probably shorted out on something, or there's probably two wires in there shorted. But I unhooked it changed out the fuse again and shifted it into full-wheel drive position in park, of course. See if I can get a shot of this. And I tested the plug here. Oh, shit. Anyway, where's it? Why can't I see what I'm doing? As you can see, we got power. Something happened there, I almost worked off something. I must have touched the tester against that, but... so, I'm thinking... well, almost no. But I probably had to change out that switch right there. The actuator switch. I'm assuming it just screws out of there. I had to look it up, see what the part looks like off the vehicle, but that's probably what it needs. So I think we found the problem. So I'll get to looking into that and come back to it. Oh, if I forgot to say it on there, I might have. When I tested that, unplugged, it wouldn't pop the fuse. But I'm pretty sure if I plug that back in the way it is, it'll pop that fuse. So, I'm gonna get to fixing that. Hey, what's up, guys? It's next day here, working on this 1500 Chevy wood truck, whatever you want to call it, of Dad's. So they're getting that. He's getting that part on order. And so I'll have to wait on that a little bit, a couple days here. So while waiting on that, take care of some of these smaller issues. Since he seems to think that dent has something to do with the door latching, we'll try to knock that out from the inside here. Turn this buzzer off. Even though I just think it's the pins, but we'll try this first, I guess. So I'll set you up here while I try to get this all off. Shouldn't take too much. Well, don't break it up too much, and it's all screwed up already. So let me get my window winder tool and get to it. Put that back up. Had to get another board or something. Alright, I can kind of access it through this hole here. I got me a board that'll fit in there, 2x4, a little longer than I wanted, but maybe we can pry out on that dent. hard to do right there on that body line. I don't know how well you can hear me. Wind's kind of blowing. Sure, if I go take any of this off, that window's probably going to want to come down. I'd rather not deal with that. Could probably take these rivets out of this thing and get in through there. Which I might do and just rivet it back on. I'll be back. Just let me figure this out. Alright, so I'm taking, I guess, an easier way instead of taking this whole thing off because I don't want to deal with the window and all that. Started drawing out these rivets. We're going to cut this one or something because it's got something jammed in the hole. Either it didn't rivet all the way or something. But I'll try to cut it back here with the cut-off wheel. I got rivets I can put back in. Plus I can get right to that dent in there where it's at. So hopefully I can get her out. Even though I know it's not going to help the door closing. I doubt it. So that's where I'm at. Wow. Guess I ain't gotta do that now. It'll be fine. I'll still put it back on there. That wasn't as flexible as I thought. It's only a vent thing. Well, pushed it out by hand. So I had to push it out there with my hand. So let's see what we got. Yeah, better than it was. Wonder if I can bend that one part out a little bit more or not. I mean, it's just an old work truck. That didn't work, did it? Well, better than it used to be. Still a little wrinkle here. Tell it's had body work before. Bondo's popping right there. Of course, I've seen all kinds of other evidence of body work on this thing prior to us having it. Might hit on that a little bit more. If not, we'll go with that. I know it ain't going to help the closing quality of it, but that could be just in striker. Like I said, the hinge pins, I got 2 of them. If I can get away changing out 1, I will. So, probably go back to whacking this a couple more times off camera, and then throw the door panel and stuff back on. So, be back when I'm done with that. Well, I got that back on there, pop rode it back in place. It's alright, I mean that little spot's broke, but it ain't. Really ain't that important. I don't get why doors have those. Somebody explain that to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this door panel and stuff back on. So I'll get back to it here. Okay, you saw before I use that tool to get this off. Now how I reinstall them, I don't know how about anybody else does it, but I put the clip on ahead of time, and I just put it in the place where I want it, and I just take it and she's on there. Yeah, definitely don't help the way it shuts. I know it's the pins. If that don't work, I'll mess with the striker. But I'm pretty sure, oh hell, I can see it. At least one of them. That's a main pin too. Well, that one, I think that one does anything. Does it? The passenger side here. Probably look at my truck too. What do we got here? Oh, that's just for that. Okay. That'll work fine without that. But them other pins, one of them is messed up. That's just for that door spring that's not there. I wonder. I put this down. Oh, so apparently I gotta do that harder. That came off. Or it ain't got enough spring in it. Where I put it on there anyway. One of the two. Oh, oh, there it goes. Try that again. Okay. That's pretty much all it's holding this door panel on. Most clips are broken. Can't tell which. Might have to use the camera for this. Alright, I got this thing pulled into the garage some here. This sun's starting to go down and I don't want to run any issues in the dark. So, when I had, the reason I started outside is because it's so nice out today. Oddly enough, in February, day after Valentine's Day, it's like 70 degrees. Mother Nature needs to go home, she's drunk. Not that I'm complaining, but I can go for this kind of weather all the time, really. Anyhow, got a floor jack up under the end of the door here, holding it up, or at least helping me hold it up. I'm gonna try and knock this pin out down here, because that one has all the play in it. So, I mean, I don't know if that one does. I didn't check it, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly this bottom one. So I'm gonna get to working on knocking that out. Should be fun. Providing I can get hammer up in here. Oh hell, that's just sitting in there. No damn wonder. I should be able to get this pretty easy then. Well, there isn't any bushing in it. No wonder she ain't working right. Oh, it's even bent. Oh, pretty sure this is the right one. I think it's GM. Pretty sure I had this for a truck that one of these that I had before. See if I remember how to do these. Yeah, there's like 0 bushings. So, let's try to put something in here. Guess I can pull it off. Oh. Is there a bushing? I gotta look at this. Yeah, the bushings are in between here apparently, from what I can tell. So that looks fun. Guess I gotta try to get them off her. Might have to re-rig this. Might actually have to get the engine crane. Alright. I'll be back. Alright, so I re-rigged the truck back in here again at a different angle. Actually breaked out the serious tools. Because I'm probably going to have to take the top pin out too to do this without too much of a struggle. So hopefully this works. So I'm going to set up here and see if I can get the pin out. And, well, I can get that one out. I guess get the other one out. Clearly this has been apart before. I mean, maybe I can do it without taking it all off, but I don't want to mess up the top pins either. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Guess I'm gonna have to do that. Door's off there for now. Now I can change out these bushings that are, actually these ones are pretty good still. Change out them bottom ones. That's bottom pin. This one's still pretty good. I think I can reuse the top stuff. So let's see here. I don't know if it's just not, they're not there. Do they not take them? Oh wait, no, they're right here, duh. Apparently there's two different ones, I guess. I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, they're in here. Yeah, the bottom ones are in this part. Being home, maybe that's what's wrong with it. I don't know. Yeah, so they're down there. So I'll pop them out, change them. I'll check this here. It's weird that up here they'd be on that part, but maybe that's right. I don't know. I'll check things out here, so I'll bring it back when I figure it out. Alright, so got that top bushing in, just tapped it in with the hammer. The bottom one's kind of a struggle. Don't want to get started. Kind of hard to do from underneath the hammer. I was going to use all thread, but then I found the bolt long enough. I want to just try to slowly draw it in, and then I can get to putting this back together. So, see how this works. Hopefully I don't destroy the bushing. Well, let's see how this works. I can get this to stay on here. It's hard to do when it's moving around on me. Yeah, I think that's working. Light's starting to go dead. Okay. Place this weight, take that bolt and stuff back off there. I put this back on. Alright, well, got them back in there. Top pin's back in, new bottom pin and bushings. How bad is this camera? Anyway, that's in. see how she shuts. Oh, still crappy, huh? Might have to adjust some things. Makes no friggin' sense. I don't know, I think this thing's been mangled once before. I don't know if things are just out of whack or what. If I can get to this side. Jesus. Can't move room. Passenger side looked like. I don't know if I can adjust the striker or not. I don't know, I'm gonna try to figure this out. I'll come back and let you know what I figure out. This thing's all kinds of screwed up. That almost looks like it could come down some. One of these two got to be adjusted. Or that's wore out. Maybe I'll go look on my truck. Alright, well I looked at that. Yeah, you can see it's from that door sagging from that pin. It's been rubbing there forever. And just wearing away right there. Causing it to sit on the striker. You can see where the, see if I got a light here. Well, I had a light here. What'd I do with it? Anyway. You can see where the striker was rubbing through it. Pretty much the door's resting on that. I don't think adjusting it will help anything. Just wear that worse. I mean, but I can try to adjust it a little bit. But he's gonna have to get a whole new latch mechanism too, so that's where we're at with that. Maybe I'll try to adjust on it. Alright, I'll be back. Well, welcome back. Continuation of this, working on this thing. Got the front axle four-wheel drive switch in. Well, it finally came in, but go ahead and take that old one out and put the new one in and see what happens. Don't know if any fluid's gonna come out of here. Might. I mean, it kind of looks a little different, but I don't know, maybe it'll work. I do a little research. It looked the same on the outside. I mean, the mounting hex is a little smaller on the new one. I don't know, I do a little research. Well, I did a little research and asked around on Facebook group for these trucks. From research and what I got told on there, it should work. Went in the same, plug's the same, so it should work. It might be just different because it's a different brand. I know I got on the AutoZone site, even though that's not where I got it. And one of the options did look similar to this, but it came up with all the other ones too. So I don't know. I guess we'll just see what happens. Well, let's fire up. Also fixed the radio. I didn't film that because in order to hear it, I had to play music, and you can't do that on YouTube. You know, copyright stuff. I mean, because they weren't rich enough from it, but whatever. Back out of the garage here. See what happens. This time I ain't got the shop light, so it's dark. Oh wait, it was already in four wheel. I think. Seemed like it was. Can't tell. It says it's in. Tell. Sure there's a way to tell. Can I just shoot it in and see if it changes? Get over here on the pavement. Usually you can tell when you're turning. Oh, maybe it does got four wheel. Up this driveway I can't use. feel kind of funny on the pavement. See how it feels when I shift into two-wheel. Try again in four-wheel. Kind of hops around like it's in four-wheel. Yeah, I think it's in. I think I fixed it. I ain't got nowhere to really off-road, so that's what I gotta go by. I'm gonna call that a success for that project. Now I just gotta wait on the door latch. Take that back out. Even though it still says on there it's in front drive or something. I don't freaking know. Something's weird. Alright. Well, call that a success. I did take it, and I didn't film it because it's dark. You couldn't tell what was going on anyway. I did take it farther up there on my property towards the road. There's like a hill where you gotta get up on the road from the side yard there. And I put it in four-wheel and two-wheel. You know, two-wheel she struggled, four-wheel she climbed right up it. And seems to go in and out when I shift it. So that works. Now I just gotta wait on that door latch. Decide if I'm gonna mess with the exhaust on it because it's got an exhaust leak. Kind of needs a whole exhaust. I've just been patching it up over the years, rigging it up. So I don't know. That'll probably be the last thing I mess with. Waiting on that door latch to come. Other than that, so far successful. So bring her back when I got that part. So, all right. Hey guys, back here. It's been a little bit. Had to wait on this part to come. It wasn't ordered right away like I thought it was, so I had to wait an extra week pretty much. So as you can see, I gotta get back inside this door again. Go farther than I didn't want to before. Hopefully I don't have too much of a hard time. 3 screws and a couple rods, and hopefully I can just get it swapped out. So I'll probably just put you in time lapse, watch me do this. Ain't nothing really to tutorial on or anything like that. I mean, I could, but I feel like some of y'all don't want to see that. So plus, a lot of y'all ain't gonna give me feedback on what you want me to do, or want to see. So I'm just gonna do things how I want to do them. You can make suggestions. So, all right, I'm gonna get to it. Alright, well, ain't been filming much. Still gotta getting this in here. It's a pain in the ass to those to anybody who said this was freaking easy. Couldn't remember if I did it on my truck there or not before, but in the process of getting the old one out, I messed up something here. Hold on. Accidentally broke the part of the inner door handle there. It's hard to show you. This is off this truck. Since I broke it on accident, I'm not gonna make Dad pay for a new one, so I just robbed the one off my truck since I ain't using it anytime soon, clearly. So just add that to the things to do to this thing later. So I had to put that on there. I gotta put this part back on. Hopefully I got enough clips left to get all these rods connected. It's a pain in the ass, taking way longer than it should. I'd be filming, and I get that y'all like seeing people struggle on here, on these car channels. But I've been struggling way too long on this, and just not in the mood for it. So I'll come back when I'm a little more buttoned up here. Hopefully everything works good. So I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back here. It's actually the next afternoon, early evening. I had to tend to some other things, and this thing was starting to frustrate me, but I did get it to where I could use the outside door handle and close the door and everything. I just got to put all the internal stuff back in, the regulator and all that crap. I think I got enough of the little clips to piece it all back together here and put everything else back on. It does close a little better. You still got to slam it, but it's better than it was. So I'm gonna get to putting this back together. I'll try to set you up to watch me do it. I'm not taking you through a tutorial. I don't know, you want to see that, look somewhere else, but maybe some other time. But just need to get this done and out of my way, so let's get to it. Alright, well, got this thing back together here. Mostly. Window goes up and down still. Gotta put the door panel on it, but seems to close alright. Good and tight this time. Works from the inside. And it locks too. I don't think it did that before. I don't think that rod was ever hooked up. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this crappy door panel back on and the window winder and call this one done. Probably gonna be the last for a while to see the old wood truck. Unless he wants me to maintain it some more, doing some other things later, but I think he's gonna go get the exhaust done somewhere else. Kind of talked him into it. I just don't feel like dealing with the headache, so I could do it, but it's just, I got enough on my plate right now. So he needs this back to do stuff around the old homestead down there. So like I said, I'm gonna put this back on here and call her good. So that's probably it for this one. So stay tuned for the next thing. Probably some more international things. So, all right. This is Joe, aka Average Joe, signing out. See you later.